Oh God, the ultimate boomer, everybody. I forgot to add myself to I forgot. I was talking to everybody, then I realized I'd not added myself to the stage. So perfect timing, boomering. What an idiot. We're coming in hot, everybody. We're coming in early. Okay. Grimsby, Man U, penalties. Wow. Okay. Should we just yes, shall we the silly names are still there, folks. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what it is. Every other channel don't have the ads. It's just my channel. I think YouTube's trying to tell me something. Okay. Yeah, I agree with this. Here we go. Wrenched being problematic already. Okay. There are guests. Shall we get them on? I think we should. Okay. First up, polar bear, global warming, cigar, waterproof, you name it. It's Istaphobos.
Hey, Brown. Cheers, chat.
Yep.
Oh, man. This is a good one.
Is it?
I'm excited, man.
Mate, they're all good ones.
Yeah, well, they are, but
Most of the time.
This is a phenomenal year for movies.
Phenomenon.
Very psyched.
It is. It is. Are you well, my friend? Yes.
I am doing fantastic. It's finally starting to cool off here.
We've had there's been a lightning storm in the distance. I've just been seeing it going across the horizon. It's quite nice.
I used to, I spent a summer photographing lightning once. It was very fun and a little hairy sometimes.
Yeah, you know that kind of flashing of clouds and stuff you're getting. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of that is out in the Midwest and the Northwest when you can just open horizon, full of clouds, and you can feel the electricity in the air. It's great.
Much like the stream, feel the electricity on the stream. Anyway,
there we go.
It's great to have you on, mate. I can't speak. Shall we get the next body on?
Please do.
Okay. It is the Emperor of Darkness, Goodwin. Jay Goodwin.
Hey.
Hey.
Brown, I don't know if you read the contract that I signed to be on here, but it's very much stipulated that there has to be a way before I come in. Thank you. All right. Now
well, there was a way, but I'd not added myself to the stage, so there was 25 seconds of emptiness.
Yeah, if my agent doesn't see it, it doesn't count, and then my people will have to get in touch with yours, and it'll be terrible.
Here you go. Sword and Storm, Wrenched. What a legend. So
That's true.
Did
yeah, clever.
Wait, are you Darkness because you didn't like Alien Earth or because you did?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But it's now hilarious to just dunk on.
I've stopped watching it. I just really cannot be bothered.
Well, that's a wise policy. However, there are a lot of people walking around in between their bouts of eating paste and crayons, claiming that it's good.
Yeah, they're calling it the Andor of Alien, which is insanity.
Anyway, on that insanity, shall we get the next body on?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is it Greta?
How dare you?
Is it Shooty?
No. Greta's not been up to much, has she? Answers on a postcard.
She's been quiet lately. It's her Palestinian boyfriend.
Hey.
I'm not touching that one. Okay. Let's get the old Yay. Let's get the old fella on. Here he is, everybody. Old Monster Munch himself. Oh.
Oh, sorry. I'm on, am I? Hello.
Yeah, you are on. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bit tired, that's all.
Why are you tired, Ian?
Because I've been working all day. It's just,
what have you been working on, Ian?
I've just been editing a short film.
How short, Ian?
17 minutes. So
that's not short. It's kind of
short. Very short.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, short.
So what would you class as medium? 20 minutes?
Three quarters of an hour.
Oh, okay,
It's
like an
medium,
episode.
Yeah, kind of like an episode. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'd still be classed as a short though if it was in festivals. So there you go.
Yes. Okay. Sword and Storm. 17 is a good length for Ono.
Yeah.
We're taking centimeters or inches?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Man,
There you
that's
go.
16 more minutes than I need.
There you go, Mud Crab.
No.
Mega Geek, Wrench Power. Mega Geek is tired because he has been to see. Have you watched it on VOD?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Ian?
Nah, you know what, right? I'm never going to see that film ever again. Never. Seriously. And it not only because my family made me watch it so many times, but I really despise this film. I think it's an insult to Superman fans everywhere. It really is. Anyway, I'll stop there.
No, carry on. We'll just
going.
Yeah, just let
No,
me
it's
carry
just-
on. No, filling
it's an
time.
insult.
We're all right. Cool. Joe Darkness, morning. Hello, mate.
Morning.
I think
Did you guys? Sorry, go ahead. Go on, Ian.
I was just going to say, I think we need to go. We need to have a field trip to go see Joe Darkness. Lives in Japan.
I'm going to see Jaws this Friday because I booked my ticket.
Okay. Yes.
In IMAX.
Okay. I will say because Yes, I was going to book my ticket, and I thought it's only an IMAX, which it isn't. There is a Saturday morning showing for the tight people.
Your is it me or is it your connection that seems to be dipping in and out?
No, it must be you. I was hearing him.
Must be me. It must be me then.
Yeah. Maybe your connection is having a snack.
Yeah, I'll take a look. See if there's something wrong with it.
Welcome to IT issues on
Yes.
Weird.
Okay. So yes, in the UK, IMAX. If you're at Cineworld, obviously other brands are available, other cinemas are available. There is IMAX showing Friday. And then Saturday, I do believe there is 3D showing, 2D showing, and I believe more IMAX. Why would anybody want to see Jaws in 3D?
What is up with my... Are you sure it's not you?
No, he's been talking fine the whole time, Ian.
And I can hear him, but he's kind of slightly phasing out.
Maybe it's your
headphones. My end. I don't know what's going on. No, it's not my
Welcome to Phasing on Mr. Phaser Alliance.
Maybe it was the mushrooms you had before you joined the stream.
Well, let me come. I'll come out.
Let you come.
Oh my God! Hey,
come out and go.
Come out. You came out years ago.
Yeah.
Stupid jokes.
He's older. He doesn't remember.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. You know that those he calls them stupid jokes, but this channel is built on those, isn't it? It's just, It's like tried and tested.
I mean, if you're just going to keep tossing me softballs, I'm just going to keep knocking them out of the park. What am I supposed to do? This would be rude.
Okay. When he comes back, I'm going to really alternate my volume when I'm speaking.
No, listen, mate. Listen, Mister. Just keep interrupting. That's all you need to do, mate.
There we go. Yeah.
M Rossi 23 $150 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. I can't see what it is, but thank you for the sentiment, my friend. The Mega Geek. Oh, it's got a little message. Oh, StreamYards is getting very high tech. It's got like a message. Mega Geek is into the studio.
Oh, that sounds better. Maybe. Yeah, it sounds better. It's my end, I guess.
We've heard that rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Who would like to see an old bastard? I'm on camera again. I'll do a quick for the girls on the
There's no girls. There's no girls in the chat.
Well, there aren't any more.
Welcome to Iraq.
You need to
So
really.
did we do a
cut that
hostage
beard.
trade you for ruin or something? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm in Iraq, everybody.
Yeah.
You need to cut that beard, mate. It's getting a bit bushy. It's getting very bushy.
Yeah.
Are you, Ian? Are you able to grow
No.
beards?
No.
It's okay, and I can grow enough for both of us.
I can't grow. Well, hair comes out my face, but there's problems with it. So
that's
why
he's
getting ready for Santa Claus, right? You're gonna dress up as Santa for Christmas.
I was looking through my old wardrobe the other day because I knew this is very topical, everybody. I knew I had one of these shirts from, I think it was about 2010, 2011 from Next. Shall I show you the t-shirt, which is very problematic now?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
It's very problematic.
Well, you are definitely going to be in another dungeon soon.
Yes, it was the height of fashion 15 years ago. Now it's the height of
criminality.
Racism.
I just like the fact that you're we talked about the skullet before, and now you're just maximizing because we decided it was philosophy in front and party in back.
See, look, he's on my side. Look at that.
Yeah.
How can it be problematic to display one's own nation's flag? Anybody?
Well, that's the mistake. You thought it was your nation.
Anybody?
Well, there's certain nations whose flags we no longer want to display, but England isn't one of them.
No, I'd never say that. I can display anything you want, mate.
I had a coffee mug at my office. It said ISIS because it was from it was from the Archer show. Do you remember Archer? He worked for ISIS. It was like International Secret Intelligence Service. And then all of a sudden one day I couldn't get that mug out and show it anymore.
I actually bought one of it was a mug that had ISIS from the Saturday morning live action TV show, right? Because you had Shazam and ISIS.
Shazam.
And every time somebody would be mentioning like the news or whatever, it's like, I didn't realize there were that many fans of ISIS. I need to meet up with them at some point.
Okay, I will say good evening, chat. I completely forgot. Good evening, chat. We can see you. Yeah, it is another one. Dirt and Water. Yes, selling England by the pound. Yep.
That is a great album.
Is this Ashen? Who is this? Because I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea. It's either Ashen or... anyway, does Yorkshire have a flag? It has a white rose.
Hey, that's my Apple password. What the hell?
White rose.
I thought he was just a member of the community because it all looks like Wi-Fi passwords once they add enough numbers and letters anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We'll grab Yorkshire is a white rose. It is, mate. Lancashire's red rose. War of the Roses and all that. Okay. So what do you want to do, fellas? It's just there's no, as you can tell, there's no Predator this evening. Ruin is watching his beloved Everton in their new stadium. So he asked if he can't have the night off. I go on then, enjoy yourself. Go on, enjoy yourself.
Go be a hooligan. Go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah, in his brand new stadium. So what do you want to do then, fellas?
Do you guys did you guys watch Gary's thing today? Gary's Nooner.
Watch some of it.
No.
Yeah.
They were talking about how the union that looks after actors, they put out a memo talking about DEI in films and how they want to have a meeting about encouraging people to, still put that stuff in TV shows and movies.
Christ.
I'm really surprised actually that this is the acting union.
Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, I don't understand how they don't realize that this is destroying work.
They don't care.
Or they're stupid, one of the two.
Well, that helps, but the thing is that, I mean, go and look at like the behavior of most union leadership and see if it actually aligns with its union members. It rarely does.
This was on a news channel tonight. It's basically it's left people on the left, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it seems like
very
as
narcissistic. Apparently,
I have a friend that he lives in LA, and he tells me things, and he tells me that people are still scared to speak their mind. He tells me that the woke stuff hasn't gone away; it's just buried a bit, and they're going to be pushing 10 times more harder now, but they're going to try and disguise it. So, if that's true,
they'll just slap a fresh coat of paint on the same old turd and then insist it's wonderful.
Yeah.
They tried to cancel Snoop in the last couple of days too, but he doesn't care. But they've actually have gone after him.
Okay. So, are these lefty types narcissistic, or I just think they're retarded?
I don't know what to think now, because my friend keeps telling me stuff. He tells me. The thing that made me laugh though was he told me. I already said this on this podcast, that every time Faggy gets angry, he takes his cap off and throws it down.
Yeah.
And you just imagine him doing that all the time. But yeah, it all sounds really bad in LA. That's what it sounds like to me. But I don't know.
I think, so there's always been certain politics in movies and media and entertainment in general, kind of vacillates depending on what the latest thing is or kind of what the cultural norms are. But Hollywood's been pretty hard left for a good long time, and as with a lot of long running businesses, they can be built with the greatest of intentions of we're going to be all about merit and all that. Give it enough time, start having people come in and move up in leadership, and they will start bringing in people that are like them, and you can undermine it. That's why I said if you could just snap your fingers and make the politics go away,
like
in
Q.
Hollywood tomorrow.
I love that Q.
Yeah, it wouldn't solve anything, because you've also chased out competence.
Yeah, it's not looking good in LA, that's for sure. I mean, I had a friend that used to, she lives in LA now, but my friend Louise, she was a really pleasant girl. Now, next time I talk to her, she's talking about all this shit that's in LA. Like, what's that thing where they put stones on your body? I don't understand what that means.
That heat thing.
And then she's talking about all this stuff they do in LA. I'm like, geez, none of that makes any sense to me. But hey, knock yourself out if that's the culture of LA. It sounds very corrupt, actually. I remember going there a long time ago in the 80s, beginning 80s, because had a lot of ideas. A lot of people wanted to see us. It was before the advent of you can talk to people via the internet. And when we got out there, I just had this strange feeling that I didn't belong there. It felt that everyone I spoke to, it felt like they were from a different world. I don't know how to describe it, but I never liked LA.
Yeah, it's I've worked with people like in the music industry and then tangentially some in TV and film, and the thing that always was just odd, I mean, it kind of just set me on edge, is how everything is political. And I don't mean in the ideological sense. I mean, like, personal politics. Who are your, who do you know? Who are you naming?
Yeah.
What projects are you with and all that, right? This very political way of moving up and being promoted. And they view the entire world that way. They'll say, "Oh, I know so-and-so." And by know, they meant they were like in a room with them once, didn't even speak, but like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, they are somehow friends. And so the language itself is very odd, and they always have to talk about the things that they are working on, coming up or in the future, or things like that, right? Even if it's BS, and everybody knows it's BS, but they all talk the same BS, and it's like mandatory. It's such an odd, like, way to perceive language and how people view the world. I'm just like, I want nothing to do with this. Get out.
I think a lot of people... Sorry, go ahead.
No, if you think about it, that's good practice for what woke is. they all know it's BS. Nobody believes it, but they're all putting on airs. It's all for show. But they all know that it's fake and they don't really believe it. And that's exactly why they were trained to do that with all their, Hollywood and production BS, because like Jay just said, they all know it's BS, but they all pretend. And so they just kind of slowed in the woke in the same way. And there's certainly some narcissists that are leading the charge with that, but it's really a cult. It's a religion, and you don't really get
Want
people
to be a part
change
of it.
their religion very easily.
You go,
Right.
Yeah.
Scotty R37.
Go ahead.
No, go. No, okay. You guys, let's go. You guys seen Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald. It got 4K. It got a 4K. You got to check your trunks for prostitutes.
Well, you always have to do that.
Dirty Work. I heard there's two films coming out. One by Shane Black, which I can't remember who's in it, but looks interesting. Looks like Shane Black stuff. God, what was?
I remember The Predator. I don't want to see any more Shane Black stuff.
No, I do.
To that film.
I do think Shane Black's very he's very talented. It's just that with The Predator, he wrote a script, but it got vetoed and it got screwed by the production company and the distributing company as well, and the company he was working for.
Okay,
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I could imagine he knows why the original Predator worked.
Yeah, but it got pushed, and it turned out that they actually rewrote his script, and he had no choice in it. He just had to direct it and stuff like that. Shane Black is very talented, incredibly talented. He did Wise Guys, which I thought was really good. He did that one with Robbie Downey Jr. before he became Iron Man. I thought that one was good. As Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You ever see that one?
Yep.
That was really good.
Right, but the problem is that like a lot of directors, yes, they have done good things. The problem is there comes an age where you hit the wall, and it's obvious with people like Ridley Scott. I think James Cameron hit it a long time ago because he doesn't really care. That Scorsese's been coasting on the same stuff for a long time. That when you are creative and you're young and you're kind of hungry, or you're really in your prime, you do a lot of things, you take a lot of risks, you think about things. Over time, you just tend to either run out of the energy, or you're surrounded by people who all kind of agree with you, or you're just in it for the money and whatever. But I mean, we've seen so many like fall off a cliff. It's not like a gradual decline. I would say Mel Brooks probably has had a gradual decline in quality, and then he stepped away.
Yeah, Mel Brooks, he just got old. And plus, when he was doing the bad ones, he was obviously running out of ideas and stuff like that. But the world had changed since Blazing Saddles, and since his greater stuff. The Hume had changed, didn't it? So that's why his latest stuff didn't work. And at the end of the day, he retired, didn't he? Because he was too old. I think people like Spielberg and Martin Scorsese, I think they still have power, and I think some of the stuff that Scorsese's done recently, it has been really good. Do you know what I mean? You could tell that the man still has a passion for directing and making movies. The same thing with Spielberg as well. And Spielberg's bringing out an alien UFO film soon, so I'm going to be interested, because it's been a long time since he's gone back to that genre. Do you know what I mean? He's been trying to make adult movies, so to speak, but now he's gone back to how he started. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of movie is presented to us. So
I just hope the whole film isn't in the alien language.
Without subtitles. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got super chat. Let's do this. Okay. Mega Spider-Man bench. All right. €5 to all. Fave RDJ movie. Plus why that?
Ooh. I think mine Tropic Thunder is hilarious, but I don't think it's like my favorite RDJ movie. I would say it would be like a tie between Chaplin and Less Than Zero.
Okay.
All right. I like him, but I like Chaplin, but I thought he gave a great performance, but it's not a film that's stuck in my mind. Do you know what I mean? I would honestly, truly say Iron Man, because he was something you didn't expect.
He was just channeling, wasn't he?
Exactly. You didn't expect that kind of character to be in that kind of movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He was literally RDJ, wasn't he, in that film?
He was playing himself.
Yeah, he was playing himself, pretending to be Stark, pretending to be Iron Man. And I thought it worked really well. I think that's I got to admit, I think that's my favorite film of Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
I was never
certainly the perfect person for that.
Yeah.
I honestly was never a big RDJ fan back in the day. Less Than Zero definitely hit home since I was having some of those same issues. But my favorite vehicle is a tie between the TARDIS and the family truckster from Vacation.
Ah.
The recent Doctor Who's kind of ruined my affinity for my affection for the TARDIS. I have to go. Really, my favorite vehicle is the Enterprise refit.
Oh, that is superb. Yeah. I'd love to have that model. The one that Doug Trumbull used in the film. I'd love to have that. I think it was 6 foot, wasn't it?
I wanted to buy the Tomei diecast one, but
yeah.
Did you see that they
just too big?
That Tomei is also doing a Klingon battlecruiser,
which also looks very good. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I think my favorite vehicle show. Yeah. So you mean like TV show or
it's
movie?
Well, I think he says Knight Rider and Airwolf. So
right, yeah. So
I don't
probably
know.
TV show.
Maybe it's TV. Yeah.
Street Hawk.
No. I do like Blue Thunder. I know it was a movie, but it was also a TV show.
It was a TV show as well.
Which was
rubbish. It was rubbish.
Yeah, but the copter was cool. If we're not doing spaceships, that one's definitely up in the running.
But he says vehicle. He says vehicle, doesn't he? So yeah, I would. I mean, I just watched that film recently on Blu-ray, Blue Thunder, and it's still a great movie. It really is. It's really great. Really great movie. Yeah.
Follow my leader.
Indeed. Yeah, great movie. Yeah. Blue Thunder's great. Okay. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to do these slides then, or
we could do the slides if you want?
Slide it right on in.
Okay, we'll just see how we get on. Yes, we'll just see how we get on, folks. Okay. Boomerang, as you know. So here you go. Wrench. Space 1999 vehicles are great. Ask Mega Geek why he thought S3 was shit.
What's S3?
Season 3. Space 1999.
I know why season 3 was
shit. Was it only 2 seasons?
Yeah, it never got made.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like season 2, right? Because it changed. It was quite serious.
Burger,
yeah, it was quite serious when it first started. It was very much like Star Trek, but with a British tone and stuff, and it felt kind of serious for a kids thing. And then suddenly we had, in the second season, it was kind of all monsters and what is it? Maya was there, and I don't know.
Well, I didn't have a problem with Maya, but it's
I did.
Monster stuff is a bit stupid.
I just thought it was stupid. It's like Buck Rogers. When the first season of Buck Rogers was absolutely fantastic and fun, and the girls were sexy and lycra and all that, and then the second season it was like, what did they do to this? Do you know what I mean?
Well, kill Gerard. They did kill Gerard to it. That's what they did.
Yeah, Scotty Romeo 37. Never saw 1990. You should watch it, mate. It's really 50th anniversary coming up in 2 weeks.
You can also watch season 0, which is the British show called UFO, which is also fantastic. Has one of the best fighter ships from my childhood. The single shot interceptor.
Do you know one of the things that I like about Space 1999 is that you knew there were models. You knew that the Eagle was a model, and when you see those shots, you can tell it's all models. But that's the beauty of the show. You know what I mean?
Good,
those models were fantastic. When I was a kid, I wanted an eagle. I
I had
got it.
Dinky.
Yeah,
Dinky.
yeah.
The two of them.
Yeah. So
in the stupid colors.
Yeah, they really went from cerebral and thoughtful science fiction in season 1 to more sort of an action-oriented monster of the week in season 2.
For the thicko American audience.
Well, that's why they brought that guy in. Well, that's why they brought that guy in, didn't they? Because he thought it needed a change. Yeah. Well, why did it need a change? It was fine. You know?
I think it was pressure from the people over at ITC America, New York office. We want monsters. We want monsters.
But you know what, right? It was a coup to get Martin Landau and his wife, and just to get the budget for something like that in England is a fantastic coup, wasn't it?
They were well into it though, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
And they hated Martin Landau
the changes.
Hated the second season.
I think the and that's something that a lot of people that have grown up like post Star Wars, they don't realize kind of the desert that sci-fi fans had to wander in. We had 68 where we get Planet of the Apes and 2001, and there's kind of some cheesy knockoffs that happen after that. But Space 1999 comes around and was like, I mean, you were either watching Star Trek in syndication or nothing. And so you get Space 1999. All right, this is great. And then you just see it, turn into a crap fest in the second season.
Do you know that Star Trek, everybody thinks that Star Wars was responsible for the Star Trek, the motion picture, but it's not true. It's never been true. So what happened was that they were trying to make a Star Trek TV show for years.
Phase 2.
And they were just about to do it when suddenly they changed their mind and wanted to make a movie. And the reason why they changed their mind? When Star Wars came out, they were like, shit, we can't make Star Trek. This is what people want. So they were going to abandon it. But then the same year, Close Encounters came out and it was a huge success. And they looked at that and they went, wow, people just want sci-fi. Do you know what I mean? They don't only want Star Wars, they want sci-fi. And
because then you had Battlestar as well.
Yeah,
in 78, right?
That's how they got the green light for Star Trek: The Motion Picture, because of Close Encounters. It wasn't because of Star Wars; it was because of Close Encounters.
Yeah.
So there you go. Wow.
And they wanted to start a brand new television network for Star Trek Phase 2, but that fell through. So they went to because all the sets were built and everything. It got cancelled, and then they went, okay, let's just do a film. So all the sets were repurposed a little bit.
Do you know what, right? Do you know the beauty of the movies is that each movie, right, apart from the first one, was at a budget that was sustained by a TV series, right? It wasn't a huge budget. It was a low budget. And that's why the movies are so great, because they had to had to think about how to do something within that small confined of the budget. Do you know what I mean? From Wrath of Khan to Star Trek 3 to the fourth one. Do you know what I mean? Of course, it went off the thing with the fifth one. But that's what's amazing about Star Trek. When you look at Star Wars, the budget was so high with the stuff that they were doing compared to what Star Trek was doing. They were in a small little gap to try and make something look bigger than it is. And I think they achieved it personally.
Here you go, folks. Manuel Grell, wrenched. Lucas wanted to do Flash Gordon originally, but couldn't get the rights, so he made Star Wars instead, while Dino De Laurentiis got the Flash Gordon rights eventually.
He wasn't a very good producer, Dino De Laurentiis.
No,
he wasn't at all.
I mean, there are a few movies that come out under his label that are pretty good, and it's always in spite of, not because of Dino.
Yeah,
Dino always had like big ambitions. I mean, he was always like building big studios and lots, and they went bankrupt multiple times, and then would just build something else. And he had kind of the ambition. He just didn't have the talent.
The problem with people like him is that they think they're talented, But all Dino was, he was a banker. He could persuade people to give him money. But when it came to the artistic side, he was absolutely crap at it.
Yeah, it's like Menachem Golan.
Yeah, those
from
two were
Canon,
terrible.
right?
Yeah.
Golan
Yeah.
Columbus, where Golan, he thinks that he's a genius, and so we get the apple, which is often many people point out to the worst movie ever made, and having seen it, I'm not willing to argue with them on that. They've got a good case.
Folks.
So go ahead.
No, go on.
I was just saying that the Canon people, right? They had the right idea, but again, they were really good trying to pull money in. But the talent, they didn't have the artistic talent to see what was good. Otherwise, they wouldn't produce so much crap movies.
Well, again, it was very specifically Golan, because he would take something that they're like, okay, we're going to do this, low budget, we're going to make money with it and all that stuff. Yeah. And he had this vision of, I'm going to be credible in the U.S. Hollywood system, right? Even though he'd made plenty of money in the Israeli film industry, and so it was just this kind of his desire to be seen as important in Hollywood is why he keeps making very stupid risks and blowing budgets, to beat the band, and eventually kills the company, because the company itself put out solid movies, and there's some good movies in there. It's just whenever he has his hands directly on it, it's going to be bad.
But he used to rip off movies, right? He used to Rambo came out, then suddenly he's doing something with
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, and you know what I mean? Like some musical comes out, and he has Electric Boogaloo. Do you know what I mean? It's like he didn't know what was original. He didn't have the talent to actually make a movie, that's original, like those films he was imitating. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That was the whole straight to video business. You could always go in the bin and you could find the cheap movie that was a knockoff of this year or previous year's blockbuster.
Here you go, folks. Arranged. BBC did a new near future low budget sci-fi series called Star Cops, which we've mentioned many times on the channel. Yeah. It had great scripts, characters, well worth hunting out. It's on YouTube as well.
What's his name? Idris Elba was in one episode, and they dubbed his voice over, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah,
I think he used to be on BBC Two on a Monday night. It was really good.
Yes, it was. It had that alien with the big eyes, didn't it?
With I think that Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues did the theme tune.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. It's there, folks. It's really good. Star Cops is really good, everybody.
It was all right. I found.
Yeah, Joe Darkness brings a Battle Beyond the Stars, Roger Corman movie.
Yeah.
And James Cameron gets kind of promoted, but doesn't get the credit for directing it.
But what you call it? What I was saying is that Battle Beyond the Stars is probably the best thing he ever did. If you look at all his other stuff and look at Battle Beyond the Stars, you can tell passion was poured into Battle Beyond the Stars. When you just look at it, the music was good, the sets were good, the performances weren't too bad. It was just, obviously they copied the story from Magnificent Seven, but it was very entertaining, and we had a girl with big boobs. So what more do you want?
John Saxon, what more do you want?
I'm a pretty
John
big
Boy
fan.
from the Waltons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Galaxy of Terror. Speaking of big boobs.
Who saw this? Is on the Twitter. That's Manuel Grell. Wrenched.
Oh yeah.
BBC also rewriting history again. This time Hastings. Battle of Hastings is on my birthday with Somali pirate Normans.
Yeah, it looks like Johnny Somali is attacking William the Conqueror there. It's hilarious.
BBC should really be shut down now. They really are doing damage to
they've gone
the next generation of people. You know what I mean?
And worse, they're not wearing the correct armor for the period.
Well, also the wrong skin. But I think so we would go because there's some, that was immediately what I was going to say, and I was like, I'm going to hold off on that one. If he does it again, I'm definitely going to hit you.
Kendrick, is it Lama? Sorry, mate. Brown was born the 14th of October. Is the
So somebody brought up like some of the other stuff that came out in that era, but Disney's first PG movie was sci-fi and the Black Hole.
The Black Hole,
right? And they tried, and again, that's a movie that it unfortunately straddles the 70s and 80s. Because it still has the silly belief that everybody's psychic and ESP is a real thing and all that, which really undermines. And then they kind of go with, here are some actors that we have worked with or know, or we're not going to really spend the real money, but then they do on the sets, on the on some of the effects and the story itself, right up until the ending where it just turns into a fever dream. But it was like, well, they're kind of in that, you can see that's Disney trying to break out of kind of the rut that they were in. And the sci-fi thing looks like it's taking off, and then they just come out and face plant, and then they do it again with Tron.
Have you ever seen the Black Cauldron? That was quite dark.
Yeah,
anyone
86.
see that one? Yeah, that was really dark. And then there was one called Dragon Slayer. Was it Dragon Slayer?
Yep, Dragon Slayer was 81.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, that had phenomenal effects for the time period.
It did, yeah.
But when you think about it, most science fiction is actually sort of based on westerns. Like Outland came out right after the
movie
Black Hole. Yeah. That was based on High Noon. You have Star Wars. Star Trek was Wagon Train to the Stars. It's not really uncommon. So with Battle Beyond the Stars, it was a Magnificent Seven, but that's pretty common for science fiction to adopt a sort of Western motif and story.
Right, in the same way that the Westerns adopted from other stories that predated them. I mean, it's just the same central kinds of stories, because they're human stories. You just dress them up in different costumes and give them a different conceit.
Yeah, and that's what we're missing now. We no longer have human stories. That's why the recent movies suck.
Okay, here you go, Fat. I'm Fats. Blake's 7 theme tune was formative for me. Oh, it's a great theme, is that?
Yeah, it was.
Dudley Simpson.
Guys, do you know what interests me? When I was watching, I watched a clip from Blake 7 today, right? And I was thinking to myself, how did we watch? What kind of state was the picture in when we watched things like Blake 7 and any TV in the 80s? Because remember, we were looking at TV through a tube TV, right?
And not a very good one at that.
And VHS. So when I look at things now, how crystal clear TV shows are, and I remember how I watch stuff. My gosh,
you got nothing to compare it to back then.
Yeah. I mean, your only other comparison would be movies, and remember, it's not until like the mid to late 50s that movies stopped using 4:3 aspect ratio. The reason they did it was because of the competition from TV.
Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And we did have big screen televisions and projector televisions in the 70s. Mm-hmm. They weren't as common, but you could still get a big screen experience at home.
Right. Okay. The problem is it was still it was still NTSC or
ADI,
PAL,
right?
Blake 7, the season B coming out, isn't it? Reissued with all the new stuff.
It's you know what, right? It's a shame that Blake 7 BBC didn't, because BBC hates sci-fi. I don't care what anyone says. They hate it with a passion, right? They hate Doctor Who. As far as I can tell, no matter what anyone tells me, they still hate Doctor Who, and they hate Blake 7. Imagine if they put the right amount of money into Blake 7 at that time. Oh my God, it would have been awesome, wouldn't it? Let's face it.
What do you mean? I mean, £10 an episode? You mean?
That's what they were spending. Same thing with Doctor Who as well. If you look at the 2000s Doctor Who, the first episode with Chris Eccleston, that looked cheap as shit. It really did. And they weren't even shooting on film. They were shooting on fucking Digibeta or some nonsense like that. It was awful. But there you go.
Well, when Clobby died, we were in the middle of a Blake 7 rewatch on Thursday nights. I think we had just finished up season 4.
That was also that Friday. He was supposed to be on B-sides, and we were going to watch Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Oh man!
And he was just on Brown's show like a couple of weeks prior to that.
Yeah, Blake 7 was his favorite sci-fi show, and it's so good. I can't wait for November.
Here you go. Arch Colin Element wrenched. Mr. Brown, mate. Best scene in Buck Rogers is the dick measuring contest between Buck and Colonel Gordon, played by Buster Crabbe. God, I loved season 1 of Buck Rogers.
Season 1 was great.
So
really
good.
was great. And I fell in love with Wilma Deering. Oh my God, she was gorgeous, wasn't she? Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
Princess Ardala was no bad thing.
Pamela Hennessy. Here you go. At Sword and Storm wrenched. Favorite Kevin Bacon film.
Oh, that's
that's about 8 million of those to choose
from. Kevin Bacon.
Hollow Man.
Did you like Hollow Man?
That's all right.
Old Verhoeven. It was all right, but
no, it was very risque. I mean, he actually rapes a girl because he was invisible in one scene.
Yeah, it was dark. I'm going to go with Apollo 13.
But he wasn't the star of that, though, was he?
Well,
he's in it.
So,
Footloose.
Yeah, so do we need him to be the lead?
Yeah, greatest game of chicken on tractors ever.
X-Men. What was that X-Men when he was in? He was
but he wasn't the star of that either.
Quicksilver.
It wasn't his film.
How about Quicksilver, where he's a bicycle? He was a big stock guy, and then he becomes a bike messenger.
He's pretty good in the e-adverts.
Oh, come on. We all know it's Tremors. It's Tremors.
Yeah, it is Tremors.
Gotta be Tremors.
Tremors and Stir of Echoes. I thought he was really good in that as well. Yeah. But he hasn't made
original
films
Friday the 13th.
Got was he spare for his neck? Didn't he?
He gets he gets speared.
Yeah.
Tremors is the most underrated, underacknowledged, really well-made, perfect film that nobody gives credit to.
That's the other one I was thinking of was
Flatliners. Yeah, but he wasn't a star. Well, he was one of the stars on that.
Yeah, it was an ensemble cast. There wasn't really a star.
Tremors is appreciated now. It really is big time.
Fats behave. Stephen, that's problematic nowadays in the UK.
Bacon?
Yep.
See, I always say setup and payoff, man. A perfect example of setup and payoff.
Yeah, Flatliners.
Oh, yeah. You can't claim your love for bacon in the UK. Very sad.
Nope.
Well, that was they remade Flatliners, didn't they? It was terrible, the remake.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they remade it.
I didn't even know.
Oh, I do vaguely remember them mentioning it. I was like, nope, not going to see that.
Georgius Rex wrenched. He had second billing on Apollo 13. It counts.
I guess.
Here you go. The mighty Echo Chamberlain wrenched. Hello, Echo. Sutherland sent
Moloch,
a brutal robot to get supercomputer
Orak.
I want Orak. He's blasted, his head blown apart. He falls down and gets up again. Scariest moments of my childhood.
Well, nothing was going to keep him down.
Oh, and talking about Severland, I mean, I'm going to put it in the chat.
I think is on collision course to get arrested at this rate. Reg, by the way.
She was a good example of a super sexy, hot, evil, scary villain.
It's really funny, right? Because the guy who played Avon, I can't remember his real name. He was lucky because the guy who played Blake. Yeah, the guy who played Blake, he abandoned the show, didn't he? Because he wanted to do a play. Therefore, it shoved him into him being the star of Blake 7, who wasn't even Blake.
Gareth? It was Paul Darrow was Avon. Gareth
Edwards? No.
No.
Gareth something. Yeah, he kind of abandoned the show in the end.
Do you think did he regret doing that?
Well, he did, because he came back, didn't he, for the last few?
Yep.
Gareth Thomas.
Yeah.
He did. He actually says that he did in some interviews. So, yeah. It's a shame, as I said, it's a shame. Everything about that show looks cheap. Even when they were walking on set, you know the floor was hollow. Walking on the set. There was just something about it that great, you know?
The writing, the dialogue, and the acting, just like old Doctor Who's, you looked past surface cheapness and the defects because there was real human compelling storytelling in there.
And that's one of the big things that just stands out now with modern movies. Look at all the spectacle and just turn your brain off. No, I'm not turning my brain off. I can't unless I decide to do something that's not going to be popular on
Mega Spider-Man wrenched. I think it's Hey Brown, how does a pastry chef feel in the heat? He's baking. What?
Very funny.
I like Bob Smith's bringing up Sorcerer. That's a criminally underrated and underseen movie.
I will say, folks, if you've not watched Blake 7 and you have difficulty obtaining it, it's all on the Internet Archive.
I've seen that film, Sorcerer of Roy Schneider. That was directed by William Friedkin, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, very strange movie.
That's the one that essentially got him put in director's jail because he blew the budget up and all that. But I mean, it's a remake of a French movie, but the comparisons are just non-existent because I mean, Friedkin, the visuals on that's a movie that it's like, well, the story's kind of thin and you have some characters that are dealing with some difficulties, but there's a certain amount of that 70s nihilism going on in it as well. But I mean, it is beautiful to watch, and the practical effects that they did, which is one of the reasons the budgets went insane.
They remastered it, didn't they? A couple of years ago, they screened it on the cinema. And he came over to do a talk and all that about it and stuff. I love Friedkin. I actually met Friedkin, and he's not afraid to say anything. He slagged off Gene Hackman big time. That's why he's never worked with Gene Hackman ever since French Connection. But I think he's a great director.
To Live and Die in LA is 40 years old this November.
I saw Sorcerer, by the way.
Great movie. By the way.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. And I like Freaking.
Ian's thing might be it's woke or it's shit. My thing is all set up, no payoff.
There you go. Echo Reg. I have never understood why it should be necessary to become irrational in order to prove that you care. Or indeed, why it should be necessary to prove it at all. Avon, he had the best lines.
He did.
Yeah. Again, it's writing. That's as Isto was saying that we could watch, Doctor Who or we have kind of crappy sets and maybe it's not filmed, especially well. But if you give me compelling characters and really good story, my brain will fill in all the gaps. Right, I'll make it. The as a kid, watching Doctor Who, as a sci-fi fan. You saw like the depth of some of the ideas that they were pursuing and you really got invested in it and you just overlooked everything else because the story was compelling. And that's the thing that we've kind of lost in movies is that we think that it's a visual medium akin to like a screensaver that should also have like cool soundtrack underneath it. Movies are just a way to tell stories, right? The story is the most important. It's one of the reasons that I have no shits to give about Avatar.
Yeah, otherwise it's just a screensaver or a visual roller coaster.
I don't know whether I agree with that. I agree with it in part, but like there are films out there that have really thin stories and yet they're really good. I give you one example, right? The Driver with Ryan O'Neal, and basically that story was paper thin,
right? But yet
it was really enjoyable.
But it's also a character study, right? I mean, you're focusing on the character in that.
Yeah. Wow. No, it's very much a character story. It's very compelling.
But the problem with the character is that he didn't say much. He didn't do much.
But part of it is the actor. But
you knew what he was feeling because of his actions and his acting, and he did a great job of playing that stoic masculine sort of role. He was fantastic in that. I just recently rewatched it, and God, Isabella Johnny.
And they shot all that car chase in the night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. They were shooting all that stuff. So I mean, Walter Hill that directed that? He did a really good job. I remember when I was growing up, they had a double bill. It was The Driver and Hooper. They had a double bill.
Hey.
So,
Hooper's fun.
Hooper's fun. Yeah, Driver. Imagine that, going to the cinema and seeing 2 films. I'd like to. I love them to bring it back. I want them to bring something like that back. I really do.
Make double features great again.
That's when they weren't 4 hours long, though.
Yeah.
I think the most films I saw in one day was 5 Star Trek films. That was fantastic. I thought I saw Mega Geek on the news putting up flags in Tooting.
It weren't me. It weren't me.
John,
it's true. Grimsby won. Oh dear.
John Z in the chat brought up Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing writing. A fantastic show. You could watch it with your kids. They will see something different than you, but you're both enjoying it and you're laughing your butt off, man.
Yeah, and again, very rudimentary animation. Because they were doing it very cheap.
Right, it's like 10 frames a second, right? It
was sometimes really less than that. And I mean, it's literally like, okay, we'll just move the piece of paper that it's on or whatever. We can't even bother to be coloring inside the lines when we're doing backgrounds or whatever. Okay. It didn't matter.
In England, right? We used to before the news, they used to play Tom and Jerry. Do you remember that, Ian?
Occasionally,
Tom and Jerry. Yeah, they played Tom and Jerry. And it was obviously would they never play it again because it was quite violent. Tom and Jerry getting hit by a frying pan, getting blown up, getting shot. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, I thought. But today people are too sensitive.
Okay, I've got a second channel. There's a link there, everybody. I'd appreciate if you could, if you're not already subbed, throw us a sub. There is music on there. Hopefully, I'll get some more. There is. Okay, I think we've got a super chat. Mouse is packed up. Bear with me. Istaphobos wrenched. World of Sport. I'm multitasking. $2. Modern films are all payoff and no setup equals spectacle.
Do you know what? I think I agree with that. I went to see The Life of Chuck. And everyone I know that's seen it said it was really good.
Life of Chuck?
I did not enjoy that film at all.
Is that the sequel to Life of Pi?
No. It stars the guy who plays Loki. He's in it. He's in it.
Oh.
He's in it for 15 minutes tops? I'm like, what did I come and see? Because they play the film backwards. So it starts off with the very end of the film and then they go backwards, and how it ended was really abrupt. Sometimes I think, because this was directed by Mike Flanagan, right? He's done a lot of good stuff, but sometimes I think directors try to be too artistic and they forget about the audience. They forget about the audience experience of watching what they put out. Prime example is 2001, obviously. But with this one, what's it, Life of Chuck? Man, I was so disappointed with that film. There were some nice moments in it, but it wasn't enough to save the movie at all. Anyway, I'll stop there.
And when you get the payoff without the setup, it feels contrived because it is. I give you Alien Earth.
I'm not watching that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I've returned your gift. Go on.
When you said Chuck, it made me think of the Chuck TV show, which makes me think of Yvonne Strahovski, which
makes me think of naughty things.
Makes me happy. Yeah,
she's
lovely. She's lovely. Australian.
I'm supposed to find Amelia
Bedelia?
No,
Amelia Slagarm.
Yeah,
I don't see another comment.
Go on. Could you retype it, please? I can't see. I'm looking. I can't see for looking. Did Grimsby win then? Did they win over Man U? So I think I'm killing it by trying to find this comment. I can't find it.
I couldn't find it.
I don't know either.
It's not this
anybody like Chuck, that TV show?
I loved it at first, but then man, it just went off the rails and got crazy stupid. But the first couple of seasons were really fun. It's sort of it's the nerd or geek's wish fulfillment thing. You're working at Best Buy and this unbelievably hot woman comes in and makes you a part of her. Who wouldn't want that, man?
Yeah. I think the same way. I think the first 3 seasons were good, and then it just got a bit soppy and stuff.
But I think that guy should have been Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards.
What's his name?
I'm boomering. I know
it. Was Zachary Levi
Zachary
or something
Levy.
Like
Yeah, Zachary Levy. Well, one, he's sort of conservative, so he's not going to get the role, but he's 6'4", he's intense. He looks perfect for the role right now, and he has kind of just that heroic face. He's
isn't he the one that was actually Reed Richards, but in Multiverse of Madness and got spaghetti?
That was the other one.
Guy from Office. The Office.
The big ears fella.
Yeah, and the bulby Santa nose.
Yeah, they got him to play Jack Ryan, which I thought was completely wrong. But there you go.
Yeah, that's John Krasinski.
Yeah.
He. Yeah, I agree. I didn't.
Okay. Okay, we've done free riffing for now. Should we do these?
Well, you got a super.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to find that comment.
Where's the super?
Here you go. Mega Spider-Man wrenched 2-0. Fave Tim Curry film show plus why that?
The last time I saw Tim Curry on TV was in the episode of Psych, and he was absolutely hilarious in it. I thought it was a great episode. So that's my favorite TV show.
He's also great in the Command and Conquer games, in like the cutscenes and all that. He is hilariously over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy for me. Legend. I mean, I like Hunt for Red October. He's just kind of there. Obviously. Oh, for God's sakes, where he's
Rocky Horror Show.
Rocky Horror, Picture Show. Yeah. But Legend is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? No. Okay.
Don't
know. Okay.
He was really good in the Clue movie. It wasn't really a good movie, but he was absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do these slides then. Yes, let's get some stuff up. Okay, we'll see how we get on with these. Okay, number 69, everybody, TBA. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't know what's happening with the subscription numbers. Just it's in a state of flux. Okay, just kind of one news item. I thought I'd because I really don't want to do superhero stuff anymore on Sundays. I'm just sick to death of it. I don't know about you.
Yep.
For the first time in 14 years, no comic book movie will hit 700 million globally. So we've got 382 Thunderbolts, 415 Captain African American, Fantastic Four 490, Superman 604.
Well, I would say it's about time, because they've been churning out crap for like 5 years, and people have just been showing up, and then eventually they started to realize, these are a bit shit. But I think that you're also the normies that showed up, and it became a fad to cosplay as a geek. They moved on to another fad, and so this is the new normal. You can make money making superhero movies, but you better understand that 500 million is kind of where you're going to top out, and you better adjust your budgets accordingly.
I'd like to make a quick comment. We talked about this on Price's show, is that there were 4 big movies that all beat Superman. There was Lilo and Stitch. There was How to Train Your Dragon.
F1.
There was F1, and then what's the other? I'm boomering.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh, then there's 5. Minecraft and one more. But in the news, you never heard like How to Train Your Dragon soars at the box office, or Lilo and Stitch punches above its weight class. Like all you ever heard was how great Superman was doing, and there were 4 movies that kicked its ass. Oh, Jurassic World. That's the other one.
Yeah.
So I definitely sense a really concerted agenda going on, trying to sell us that this movie was successful. And what do they say? If you have to tell everyone you're the king,
you ain't the king.
You ain't the king. Yeah. So it's just one of those, the media, the studios are all in it together. They're really trying to convince us what a success Superman was. And we had 5 movies that kicked its ass.
Yeah, I mean,
including $2 billion ones.
But that media has a vested interest in please keep making, Kate movies or other things that have ludicrously large budgets, because that's what pays our advertising and thus pays us.
Oh yeah. That's exactly my point, is that you're never going to get the skinny from them. But why didn't they sing these other? Everything was so focused on Superman, and you're right. The normies are tired of superheroes. The reasons why you can debate about, but they're done.
It's not that they're tired of superheroes.
They've noticed.
It's just that the films are shit. They all are shit. Every one of them, right? And again, right, I'll say this again. My sister recognized the fact that in Fantastic Four, the women saved the day. She finally got what I was saying for so many years.
Right, but that's kind of the point, Maggie. They have been shit for years, and they were making $1 billion. Suddenly, they're not.
Well, I don't know.
Scotty, please. Oh, go ahead and simp for Superman. I'll hand you your ass. It lost money. It had much less viewer, like less butts in seat. There is no success in that.
Well, I don't know. Ian did his bit.
Yeah, like by a third.
Ian did his bit to get Superman over the line.
It's just, it's just the fact that they're not making films for us anymore. They're making films for the Hollywood elite. That's what they're doing,
right?
And
right, so they've been doing that, and people kind of went along because that's okay. It's what we do.
Everybody was hoping for something good. Right?
I think it was mostly habit, and then the habit broke because again there wasn't the rest of the social pressure. People going, "Are you going to go see a movie?" Oh yeah, I got to see a movie because I wouldn't want to miss out because FOMO is a real thing. People just stopped asking, and it went away. They'll find something else.
Yeah, the water cooler conversation stopped about the latest Marvel moment. And remember, we're the ones that get the normies excited for this crap. Yeah, like they have to get the hardcore audience first, and we get the normies to sort of tag along to what's big. I mean, just look what's happened to K-pop Demon Hunter.
That's how you introduce a fad, or you get a word of mouth thing going. But once a fad is running, again, they put out Captain Marvel, and it made $1 billion. So you could just put that label on any dog shit, and they'll show up until the fad ends. Now you're left with a smoking ruin because you also annoyed all of the core fans that make these things successful.
Yeah, so I mean, you're right. The hard thing now is to even get people to bother showing up for a superhero movie that's good, not to mention one that's just shit.
Well, I always believe in word of mouth. If something's really good, then they will say it on the internet. And when people see it and it's good, they will tell other people, and then that people will tell the other people. So, you know what I mean? So I've always believed in that.
I do in a vacuum. But when there is a fad going where everybody's just jumping on bandwagon because I don't want to miss out, then you get shit like Captain Marvel making $1 billion.
And that's the reason why they spend so much money on bots and social media and shills. Well, they're trying to generate word of mouth, but it never feels genuine.
The reason why Captain Marvel made that money is because it was coming off the successful Marvel movies at the time, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't, and people went to see it, but they were indifferent about it. That was kind of like the turning point, really, of the Marvel universe. That's what it was. Even like I didn't like Age of Ultron, but even that's better than any shit that they're pulling out at the moment, aren't they? Better than the Superman movie, the Fantastic Four movie.
No,
because
that was his point.
Well, the reason why I think it's good is because it was following up from the last one. Do you know what I mean? So you're used to these characters, and you did care. Like when Barton introduced his family to them. I was thinking when I was watching this, I was thinking, oh, this is so crap. He's got a family. Do you know what I mean? But now I know it's better than any shit that's been produced today because you cared about the characters. I didn't give a shit about Superman or the Fantastic Four or the Thunder, whatever they're called. I just didn't care.
What about Captain Falcon, man?
Captain Falcon was a waste of my time. It really was. It was shit.
Yep.
From start to finish.
It was shit, but I was entertained, as I've said many times.
I wasn't entertained at all. I just kept my eyes kept rolling. I kept thinking, what? Like how did he get from there to there within 15 minutes? He was right across the world, and suddenly he's here. I was like, what is all this shit? So anyway, whatever.
And they no longer have the movies like the blockbusters. They can sandwich a piece of shit like Captain Marvel in between and carry the audience through. That was Jay's point. It had become a habit. They could put out anything, but they abused the goodwill of the audience, especially the international audience.
There you go. Scotty Romeo 37. Fantastic Four was great. Brave New World was a disposable entertainment.
It can be great all at once. It lost money and it made less than $500 million. The idea of the superhero movie being the big thing is done.
Here you go. Gap After Dark. Megagate, you've been inducted into the Guinness Book Hall of Fame for watching Superman 2025 5 times. Congratulations.
Maybe the Hall of Shame. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, you may like Fantastic Four, and that's great, but objectively, it was not great. It was divisive because it divided.
No, more importantly, what it did is lose money.
Yes.
And putting out movie after movie after movie that loses money is not how you stay in business. And so you can say, I love this stuff. But at some point I have to look and go, are you going to make money at some point? Because otherwise you're not going to be able to keep giving me these good movies.
No, I understand. Scotty, he liked Fantastic Four, and I know what I can understand why he liked it. It wasn't a bad film. It really wasn't, and it had some entertaining moments in it. But the things that really pissed me off was, Thing was like a side character in there. Thing is the most popular character in the Fantastic Four comic book, and he was hardly there as far as I was going. And also the women, being part of the climax. Boys
climax?
That kind of shit is part of woke. So that's the reason.
That
spoiled it all for me. Spoiled the whole film.
Okay, so Scotty is essentially going, nobody is arguing that makes money equals good. Otherwise, Avatar would be the greatest movie ever, and that's just insanity.
Chickless was better. He was.
But the point is that this whole we're making these big movies is going to change because you don't have people showing up. It can be good. You can, and also just because you like a thing doesn't mean it's good. Fantastic Four has problems. It has a lot of writing problems, but you can enjoy it just fine. The problem is nobody else is showing up to enjoy it. It's losing money. It cost a ludicrous amount of money. And so what are the lessons that studios are going to learn? Well, we've been spending stupid amounts of money because it just automatically makes billions because people were just showing up. Now they're not. We're just not. I very much doubt that they're going to adjust budgets down. I think they're going to walk away from them.
It's because of the execs, isn't it? That's why they won't pull the budgets down, because execs get their money at the top, and that's all they care about. They don't really care about it. And also, again, I would state this: they're making films for the elite in LA. They're not making it for us.
Well,
otherwise, we would have got a stoic Superman.
Yeah, but the other thing is,
Superman,
well, no, they hired James Gunn. You weren't going to get that. But
okay, so Doomsday, Avengers,
and Spider-Man 4.
Scotty, you want to make a bet?
That'll do okay. Spider-Man 4 will do okay.
Spider-Man will do fine.
Yeah. You want to make a bet on Doomsday? I've been offering this bet everywhere I go. Right, for anybody that's talking about how Doomsday is going to make $1 billion, right? Go ahead.
How much have they spent on it?
No, I'm saying go ahead and let's see if it makes $1 billion. I don't think it will.
I don't.
Who's that? Who was that guy that played
Shaft
in the X-Men? He played the blue guy that was jumping around. What was that character called? No, not him.
Oh, you mean the one that can disappear? Yeah.
He was. He
Alan
said
Cumming.
He said that he basically was in Doomsday. He shot his bit in Doomsday. They didn't show him the script. They just told him what to do. And he was acting in green screen, and they were saying that person is there. He didn't even know who he was talking to. He didn't know at all. He did his bit, and that was that.
Damn.
So there you go. So that's how they're making the film.
Yeah, folks. Istaphobos, Ranch for a Spot, gifted a NBA membership. So if you've received that, please thank Ista.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned, I don't think there's any way Doomsday gets out without another delay. I just don't see them coming out on
There's
time.
no script.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet on that too.
Well, what are they doing? If there's no script, how are they making it?
The same way they've been making all these other movies with no script.
Yeah, they film the action scenes first, and then they try to tie them together with unrelated dialogue. Why do you think the movies are so shitty? This is exactly how they don't have a coherent, cohesive story, and it shows, and it feels that way.
It's the incompetence.
Oh, okay. I've had enough of superheroes anyway.
Speaking of competence and excellent movies, I think that's a good segue.
Okay.
So I thought you were going to call it Adam Gray in the.
Movies from '69 in honor of TBA '69. Okay, so ironically, no pornographic ones being at '69, but no. Who remembers Kes?
I remember it. I don't know if our Americans remember Kes.
Is this the one in the boys' reformatory type thing?
No,
with the Kestrel.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. It's very raw, and I don't know. I can't speak for Ian, but all the school stuff reminds me of my school.
Isn't it? Yeah, isn't it like a working class kid who gets abused at school and tormented at home?
Well, he didn't. Well, he didn't get. Well, I don't think he got abused, but the teachers.
He got bullied.
Bullied.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this in 40 years.
I need to reset my mic.
It's a really good movie. I mean, it's very raw. The performance from that kid is brilliant. I can't remember the guy who played the teacher. He was good as well. But the reason why it resonated with me is because the school sequences are so real. It's the stuff that happened in my school when I was going to school. So that's why I resonated with it. Plus the fact that the performances were terrific.
So Storm, can you hear me? So everybody got bullied back in the day. They did, mate.
We did.
Brian Glover was the teacher.
When I was at school, they used to make us go out and play football, even when it was hailstoning.
Shit, wasn't it?
It was terrible. And in this film, that's what they did
as well. Yeah.
So it was quite funny that it kind of. I think it was the 70s. When did this film come out?
69.
69.
69. 60s and the 70s. That's the kind of school that we had. I used to get the cane, the ruler, and the slipper. We had those in our school as well.
Bit of corporal punishment.
Yeah,
didn't do me any harm.
We had the Board of Education, which was a nice flat board with some holes in it.
There you go. There's always one. Sorry, Chapman. Ruddy, not me. I was the bully. Ooh, bastard.
Yeah, this is going on the rewatch list.
Casper.
I was never bullied in school, but I did know the bullies, and I stayed away from every bully because we were the kids that loved comics and movies. Everybody else was into clothes and learning how to drive.
There you go. Who remembers this? Because I certainly fucking do.
Gosh, yes.
Fat Lobber Ranch, cross country, running in the snow.
Yes. They used to make us do that when it used to be freezing. It used to be snowing. And we had to run. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. It was crazy time.
This will show how dumb I am. I volunteered to do that because cross country was a sport I was in high school, so I did run cross country.
No, but not like the way they used to do in England. So basically, even if it was pelting it down, even if it was a degree north, you just be on your top and your shorts and your trainers, and that's that, and you had to run in the snow, and it was a really long length, and you know what I mean, it was freezing. It really was.
Welcome when you got to
changing rooms, you couldn't even do your
Hypothermia.
buttons up. You couldn't even do your buttons up.
Yeah,
no, I've run in sleet and snow, and all of that is training, and like 10-mile runs.
And then when Ian went in the showers, fucking hell!
Oh my god! Well, that's when he warmed everybody.
Picking up the soap.
Yeah, God, the soap is so slippery.
It was my school days were crazy. The teachers used to throw stuff at you. They used to smack you around the head.
Yep.
You know, one guy grabbed the teacher's boobs at one point, and he got kicked out of the class. One guy got stabbed. He had this a bully named Madam had a fight with his brother, threw him through a window. It was my school was just madness, absolute madness.
Yeah, I remember when I was at infant school, or primary school, one of the teachers threw a board rubber at me, and it just missed my head. If that had hit me,
it's crazy. Yeah,
it could probably fucking put me in hospital. Wrenched. Hollywood to remake Kes. Kes realizes he's born in the wrong body. He cuts his man sausage, feeds it to his bird of prey. He lives happily ever after a year before putting his head in an oven. It's very dark. Bo Selector.
It is. It's a good movie. Like, I really liked it when I first saw it, but then I haven't seen it in ages. Though.
Okay, I will say, our American friends in the chat, if you've not watched Kes, check it out.
Yeah, it's a bit dark though.
Yeah.
So at your own peril.
Yeah. I think you'd appreciate it. How rough we had it back in the 70s. Mind you, mind you, in the UK, we're back in the 70s again. So it's amazing how things go full circle, isn't it?
I think I was about his age when the movie came out.
Okay.
It was a crazy time.
Proper Boat Day. That's Kes, everybody.
Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah, Midnight Cowboy.
I kind of liked this film. I didn't like it when I first saw it, but then when I rewatched it on BBC One, I kind of really liked it. There's that famous scene where he says, "I'm walking here, I'm walking here."
that was ad libbed like many of the best lines out of a movie.
John Barry's music was fantastic in that film as well.
Oh, it's John Barry.
It's a good film. Yeah, John Barry did the music for this.
I put John Barry up there with John Williams and Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah, John Barry's fucking excellent.
John Barry never met John Williams. Jerry Goldsmith and John Williams used to work in the same studio, and they used to have an office next to each other. But the three that I think is the best is Goldsmith, Williams, and Barry. They were all fantastic. You know, they were the original composers that moved everything forward. But it's a shame that John Barry never ever met Goldsmith or Williams. Would have been cool if he did.
Maybe John Williams was John Barry.
Yeah, maybe.
Good movie then, yes? No? Yeah, it's a good movie. It's definitely not a hopeful movie. Don't go in there looking for a bit of a light watching. But.
Yeah, the ending was a bit of a downer. But
okay, I can't remember ever. I'm sure I've watched it, but it's a long time. What was the spoilers, folks? What was the synopsis of the movie?
Basically, this guy, John Voight, comes to town, and he hasn't got any money. So I can't remember how he met Dustin Hoffman, but he kind of pimps him out. Mm-hmm. So basically, he's just sleeping his way through stuff so he can make money. That's basically what it's about, and then it's got drugs in it and stuff. And
it was the first X-rated movie to would be NC-17 today to win, the only X-rated film ever to win an Academy Award.
Yeah, it's just a film about losers. That's all. They were both losers, even though John Voight had the looks, and a lot of women obviously, went with him, but they were just losers, man.
And mind you, this was the year, I think 68, the year before this is when they dropped the Hays Code and went to the MPAA voluntary ratings. Yeah. So they didn't really know what to do with this movie, and they ended up giving it an X.
Yeah. Still, I think didn't it win loads of awards as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The acting is phenomenal. It's very raw and dreary, but you'll see some of the best performances these actors have done in this thing.
Yeah. This also though this is like because 68 it kind of starts 69 and then for the next decade the nihilistic movie where you basically want to go and cut yourself after watching it. Just everything is that's what we put in all of the theaters. That again, that's why Star Wars and Superman really stand out in the 70s and why they have these huge followings.
Yeah, this was the beginning of American New Wave film, and we're gonna have the big one come up soon, I imagine.
Okay, let's next one then. Yes.
Everybody's talking.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen this film. I only saw it once.
What?
It's on ITV4 literally every week, or Channel.
How is it?
Action 5 literally every weekend.
Yeah, I should catch up with it.
Great movie.
United Artists, man. They used to make some really good movies. United Artists.
Yep.
Full of practical effects as well. Practical real planes. Yep. Literally real planes.
Yep.
God, wasn't Ian McShane in this?
He was, yes.
I think every British actor was in this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, he was young as hell because he's always been what I think. I don't think he got a lot of recognition in the U.S. until the John Wick movies, man. But he's always been one of my.
No, he was. No, he was in that Deadwood thing. Deadwood.
Oh, yeah.
That's where he got noticed.
It was in Space 1999 as well. Fat Lobber Wrenched, I cannot believe you. Well, if I go downstairs and the old fella's watching TV, he likes his war films. And if Battle of Britain's on, I will sit and watch it. I love Battle of Britain.
Yeah. It's a great movie. I mean, well, this era, I mean, you go, and I think part of it is a bit of a reaction to like what's going on in Vietnam or whatever, but you start having some really good World War II movies, Tora, Battle of Britain, Bridge Too Far. All of those are coming out in this time frame.
I saw a Spitfire fly over last week while we were out walking. Awesome.
Nice.
So there you go. Battle of Britain, folks. It's a great movie.
Oh boy, Mr. Lazenby.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
With George Lazenby. This was a what the hell is going on? And they said that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. No, stop it.
Yeah, man, I love this movie. I mean, it's very faithful to the book, and he's not my favorite Bond, but I still like the film. And I think I was born with a crush on Diana Rigg, so there's just no getting away from that. I love the movie, man. What can I say?
Ian, you muted.
He is.
Yes. Okay. This is where is what he gets married. This is the one he gets married.
Yep, and then she gets killed in the final shot.
Yeah. I understand the hate, but that I still, I just try to put Sean Connery's face over the guy's head when I'm watching it.
That would be very disturbing.
Is this one of those? Is this a James Bond movie because it's Lazenby?
Yeah, I think it still counts.
People are not, and they're not going to watch it, even though it is a really good story.
I think that's always kind of one of the hangups is that Lazenby was only in one movie, and people kind of look at it. I think they kind of pilot the same way they do the original Casino Royale, where they're just like, I don't know, that didn't happen. Stop it.
Telly Savalas is Blofeld, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense, did it? Because he doesn't know Blofeld in this one, but the previous film, he knows who Blofeld is, so it kind of doesn't work. But I kind of like it, but I don't like Lazenby. I thought Lazenby was a terrible Bond, but everything about it was terrific.
The movie is incredibly epic. Some of the locations and film scenes, very cinematically made. That chase down the mountain, it has all of the Bond hallmarks. It just, has a little bit of a special needs Bond in it.
This never
I like him
happened.
better
Never,
than
fella.
I like him better than James Blonde, though. Daniel Craig couldn't.
I mean, it was very. The film was very 60-ish, wasn't it? I mean, the climax is terrific with the attack on the building and stuff with the helicopters, and they got that Bond moment where he slides across the ice, shooting all the guys and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was a cool movie. It's a shame that Lazenby, it wasn't Connery and it was Lazenby.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
that's what I mean. It has all the Bond hallmarks.
Well, this is and then it becomes a little bit of history repeating. Where okay, we have to do Lazenby because Moore is locked into a TV contract, much like how they had to do Dalton because they wanted Brosnan, but he was locked into a TV contract.
No, that's not true. They wanted Dalton right before they wanted Moore and Lazenby, but Dalton said to them that he was too young, and he was too young. But Broccoli
Right, by
really
the time
wanted...
they actually hired him, they didn't want him anymore. They wanted Brosnan.
No, that's not true either. But
that is actually true. They
that's
tried
not true.
They tried to work out a deal with Remington Steel to get Brosnan.
That's true. No, that's true. But what I'm saying is that Broccoli always wanted Dalton to play Bond, and then they wanted Pierce Brosnan, and then Pierce Brosnan was locked into that contract, and then he went back to
Dalton,
and Dalton begrudgingly agreed because he didn't really want to do it.
Right,
but then again, when he started doing it, he liked it.
What they should have done is retired Moore a lot earlier. Because he was already looking rough when he could.
But he was bringing in the. He was bringing in the money, man.
Yeah, but I mean, they were just
again.
I think they could have trotted out Lazenby in the 70s as Bond, and it would have worked just fine. That was another one that just kind of became the fad, and here you go. But
he would have gotten better, wouldn't he?
Dalton would have never been Bond had they not had the problem with Brosnan's TV contract.
That's true. That's true. But it is true that he wanted Dalton before they wanted Moore.
Yeah,
but Dalton was like, "I'm too young." So
okay, I will say I did notice GoldenEye is getting reissued end of this year.
Oh, that's a good movie. The only thing
I think it's the 30th.
The only thing I don't like about GoldenEye is the music and the sound effects. The sound effects is very TV-ish, and the music was sucked big time. That's why they hired this other composer in to actually pep it up a bit. You know, the bit with the tank, all that music with the tank. That's not the original composer. That's somebody else because his music wasn't very good. So there you go.
Yeah.
I want to point out how awesome this movie poster is. Talk about very fantastic. 60s. Yeah. We don't get stuff like this anymore either. This is definitely worthy of hanging on the wall.
If this one was today, he'll have 6 fingers, wouldn't he, holding that gun?
Probably, yeah.
Or 4 fingers, maybe. Right?
Yeah.
And obviously lots of rainbows.
Yes, exactly. Oh, no.
One for the Prince of Ray, Carry On Camping. Who remembers this?
Oh, no. My brother's favourite Carry On film. He loves this film.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. It's funny. It's very funny, but I don't think the Americans would get this humor.
This is one where Barbara Windsor gets him out.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Oh, we'd get that.
You know, I'm not going to say that the countries don't have different senses of humor, but we've been getting Monty Python's Flying Circus. Some people in America do understand the British sense of humor.
This is nothing like Monty Python at all. This is ridiculous.
This is all double entendre and
it's like
sex jokes and kind of polite sex jokes.
So polite Benny Hill.
No, it goes. It goes beyond it a bit. It goes beyond it. Yeah. So,
we get Benny Hill too. That's the thing.
But Carry On was a very successful brand.
Yeah, raunchy comedy.
Yeah. So how many Carry On films were? How many Carry On films were there, Ian?
I can't remember.
There were a lot. Yeah. The best one is Carrying Up the Khyber. That makes me cry with laughter.
The Doctor ones are really good as well. Carry On Camping is a good one.
Carry On Screaming. Carry On Screaming.
Carry On Dick. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Carry On Henry.
Carry On Emmanuel. Remember that one? That was the last one they ever made, I think. Or Carry On Columbus was the last one.
Yeah, that was the kind of hashed up kind of remake type.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Doctor ones are the Doctor ones are really good. No, there's carry on. There's no buggery, Scotty. Carry on buggery.
So, Ian, you say Carry On Up the Khyber is your favorite?
My favorite of all time. That film made me cry with laughter.
It's good.
It was so
when they're
funny.
having the dinner scenes.
The
really
dinner
good.
scene at the ending was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
It really
Roy
does
Castle
sound like
was
a
in that, wasn't
euphemism
it?
for sex. Some sort of sex.
That's what it is. That's
Carry
what
on
it
up
is.
the Khyber.
Yes, that's what it is.
So it is buggery. Oh my gosh.
All shot in Snowdonia as well.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, it was just you know, how could you equate this to, Ian, the Carry On films to you? The Police Academy. It's like the Police Academy films, but it's more raunchier.
Yeah,
than
Police
Academy films.
Okay.
Porky's.
Police Academy.
No, not Porky's, no.
Okay, Police Academy was the Canadian equivalent of Carry On.
It was, yeah. It was.
Yeah. But they stayed in the police environment. If it had been true to Carry On, it'd have been same cast, different scenario, you know.
Yeah.
So not just police.
The beauty of the Carry On films was that they kept using the same actors, but they were playing different roles in each film.
Yeah.
So once you got used to Kenneth Williams's performance, then that would be that'd be carried straight on to the next movie. He'd be playing the same. Yeah. He'd be the same person, but he'd be a different character, and that was the beauty of the films, especially with who's the guy? What's his? Jesus Christ, my mind. Sid James. Sid James.
Yeah.
Especially with Sid James, the old man that you know fancied all the women and stuff.
Yeah, he was banging Barbara Windsor in real life.
Yeah, it's very non-PC stuff. That's what
it's really good. It's genuinely funny comedy. It's genuinely funny. Carry On Britain, starring Keith, Starling, Reeves, Khan, Cooper, etc. There's a bunch of nincompoops blundering around in Parliament and fucking everything up.
They tried to bring it back since
it's going to lose a load of money as well.
When the actors died, they tried to bring it back with the comedians of that day but it didn't work because obviously those actors made the Carry On thing work. So
yeah, it's genuinely funny, folks. Anything Carry On, some of them are obviously better than others, but yeah, as I said, Doctor ones are really good. Camping's really good as well.
Yeah, as I said, mine's Carry On Up the Khyber, mate. That's so good. Yeah. It's so good.
Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid.
Do you guys especially Emperor, did you get the impression that in those days when they made films they just wanted a bad ending?
Yeah, again, that's that nihilism thing just starts showing up where it's like everything has to we all have to feel bad about enjoying ourselves or something. Yeah, and again that runs for like a decade.
You can I think there was a movie with a joke about them surviving at the end, even like because they don't explicitly.
Well, you didn't see him. You didn't see him die, so maybe they got away. Stop.
Yeah, you know, but
but
it is a great film, man.
It is. There's two things I remember from this film. One is the raindrops.
Raindrops keep
falling that scene, and also the scene where they have to jump, and Robert Redford says, "I can't swim." And then what's his Paul Newman starts laughing at him. He's like, "What? You can't swim?"
I thought I'd have time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where Andor got that from.
Yeah, I think well, in this one also it's kind of a subversion of the Western because it's no longer in like the old West the way that that most Westerns would be, right? And it's that modernity coming in to replace it.
And we have another film with that same theme coming
up. Didn't who's that guy that ripped off films and made them into TV shows? Didn't he do Ailey Smith and Jones based on this?
Glenn A.
Larceny. Yeah. He ripped it off.
Ruddy, Redford and Newman, top shaggers.
Well, they were huge in their day. I mean, when they made Sting, My gosh, everybody was, behind that one. But these two, they honestly, I have total respect for Paul Newman. That guy I think he's such a great actor. He really is. Stuff that I've seen him in.
Well, and
especially sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, Redford, what is the next year that he does Jeremiah Johnson?
Oh yes.
Right. So I mean, both of them, very good actors and willing to take some real risks.
Yes.
But yeah, also helps when you look that good. You're definitely not going to have a problem getting laid on a Saturday night.
Well, Paul Newman. Not a lot of people know this, but Paul Newman, he played a character. No, yeah, he was in Slapshot.
No.
He played a private detective. I can't remember what it was called, but he did 3 movies where he played a private detective. And they were quite big hits. I can't remember what they were called. Anybody in the chat know what it was called?
Oh, was it
something Harper? Lou Harper. That was the character he played. He played him in 3 movies.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, so they did have a franchise in those days, and that was one with Paul Newman.
Carl Voigtlander, Rancho Swatler, mate. Newman, good racing car driver. Also, he liked his salad dressings.
Yeah, salad dressings.
Yeah.
Newman was a big factory racer for Nissan / Datsun.
Can you still get the salad dressings?
Yeah,
you can. Yeah. Paul. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you can't mention Glenn Larson without also Mr. Donald P. Belisario and Stephen J. Cannell.
Yes.
They dominated 70s television, and I wish we had them back today.
And well into the 80s.
Yeah, A-Team, Rockford Files, Beretta, Baba Black Sheep. Stuff. Oh, man.
Vegas, I think.
Yeah,
Vegas. Yeah. I remember that show.
Yeah, I liked Vegas.
Yeah,
Dan Tanner.
They are the holy trinity of 70s television.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember the sequence in this film where who had to take on the giant? Whoever wins can.
The guy who plays Jaws from.
Yeah, that was it. Did he kick him in the balls or something?
Yeah, Richard Keel.
Yeah. He kick him in the balls and then.
Oh, no, he was Lurch. It's the guy who played Lurch.
Lurch, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The guy, because he has a deep voice.
It's a good movie. It's a bit slow, but I thought it was quite good. Paul Newman's always watchable. I like Robert Redford, but I think Paul Newman kind of was slightly better than him.
Yeah, wasn't Ted Cassidy the original Lurch?
Was he in Newman was in Towering Inferno, which is a great movie.
Together with Steve McQueen.
That's a great movie, isn't it?
And Redford is in A Bridge Too Far.
There was a big fight, wasn't there, for that film, Towering Inferno. It was based on 2 books. And so in the end, because they wanted both of them to be in it, 20th Century Fox had to team up with Warner Brothers to make that film. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. John in the chat, that's Newman, and it's The Hustler.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the next one then.
Here we go.
Easy Rider.
This is the one. All right, so I got just a quick story. I'm in school. I think I just started middle school. It's near the beginning of the year because this movie came out in the summer, but it was a real slow burn and limited release. I had a little girlfriend at the time, and she had the coolest dad ever. Like, we really got along, and he was great. So I'm sitting there, I don't know, 6th or 7th grade. The guy comes to school, gets her out of school, asks me if I want to come too. So he takes us both out of school. We're like, where are we going? He's like, you got to see this movie. And he takes us to see Easy Rider. And it was the coolest thing we've ever, like that. I told you, man, her dad was cool. So comes in, pulls us out of school, and he had just seen it. And he's like, oh, I don't want to say her name, but like she has to see it. So he comes and gets us in school. So that's my memory.
You got Atom Grey Wrench. Hello, Atom. If you haven't seen it, fix it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. At least this one has a happy ending.
Does it really?
Happy,
yeah. Okay.
Happy finish.
Corman was kicking himself all over the place for not producing this because it was brought to him, but he had already done a motorcycle.
There you go. Carl still feed out. Oh, mate. Jack Nicholson was in it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, he was.
Tony Basil was in it. Chung the Unavoidable. Tony Basil was in.
I only seen this movie once, and
Mickey?
I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we rewatched it. We rewatched it a couple of years ago, and it's still. And you'll notice the color. They did a remaster. It just looks gorgeous, and not that dreary, flat, muddy stuff that we see. It looks beautiful.
It's also again very much okay. We're gonna follow these characters right up until the end, and not a happy ending on this one.
Okay, I'm sure I've seen it, but so long ago. I was very young, and I can't remember.
Oh God! After this movie, there were so many Captain America choppers running around. The guys had built up, and it was like, this is a terrible idea to begin with.
It's funny how movies do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Captain America and Tonto.
Wayland Bethitha Ranch. I haven't seen this movie in forever. Same here, mate.
Same here.
It's been maybe 10 years since I saw it.
Yeah, I think Adam's right about that they were actually really high on set. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Now there were happy endings in the movie, but the movie itself did not have a
no.
Okay. Easy Rider recommendation, I feel.
Now this is a recommendation.
The Wild Bunch.
Yeah. Isn't that where blood was orange in those days?
So this is the other movie that happens at the tail end of the West. It was sort of not the Wild West, but the beginning of industrialization, modernization.
Yeah.
This movie, so I didn't go to film school, but I took film classes in school, and my film teacher was obsessed with this movie. We probably watched it 7 or 8 times.
Okay, what's it about?
A Wild Bunch.
I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure I've seen it.
Peckinpah. This is Peckinpah just going, the West is violent. Okay, let me show you what violence really is. Oh my God.
Peckinpah was the John Woo before John Woo, basically.
And maybe a bit of the Tarantino as well.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I can't even remember what this film was about. I obviously remember the ending, but I can't remember what it was about.
There you go. Side of Feet Legend, Reg. Hello, mate. Fuck yeah! My dad made me watch this when I was young. Amazing.
Yeah.
Film.
Yeah, so it's a sort of tail end of it's a heist movie where
Ben Von 14. It's about shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that I always because this is another one that it can be a rough watch, but there's definitely some uncomfortable scenes in this. But that's really kind of how I think of this movie, is like different scenes that kind of just pop into my head, and they are always violent in one way or another.
Yeah, and there's no real good guys or heroes in this movie. Everyone's pretty much. But I think, they used to, I think even Monty Python did a Peckinpah spoof, right? Where everybody was just bleeding all over the place.
Remember that.
The violence now, given what we've seen even on Peacemaker, it's not quite as shocking now today. But back then, I mean, this was unprecedented amount of gore.
Yeah, well, it definitely with William Holden, who always kind of played, good guy kind of roles, and then he's very much not in this movie.
Yeah.
And this is another film that looks fantastic, filmed in Panavision in the desert U.S.-Mexico border. I would imagine Wayland loves Westerns. I imagine he has a lot to say about this.
But that's what you call it. That's when, I don't know how you see it. It's probably remastered and on Blu-ray or whatever, or 4K. When I was watching it, it looked good, but it looked a bit shitty. So
when I saw it in the theater, it looked really good. So
you go, Wayland Bethitha again, Reg. There are some shocking murders in this.
Yes, there are.
Yeah. A lot of the first DVD masters did not come off very well, particularly with the color. They got the hang of it later on, but typically, but not always, they do a better job with Blu-ray.
Emperor, another movie that has a downer.
Oh yes, yes. You're starting to notice a theme, are you?
Okay. I think this is on and on. God damn, I love this movie. The music.
Yeah,
Music's
music is
good.
great.
Music's good. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
You were talking about the orange blood, so that ends up polluting movies for quite a while
Long time. Yeah, it does.
Until I think it was Tom Savini that ended up making his own mix, because it was 3M. It was a film blood that you just bought from 3M, but I think it was a change in film stock and like how they were showing it that makes it really pop orange on camera. And so later on, guys started making their own blood mixes so it would look more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, this is really at its core, it's a very sort of sad existential movie about, rough outlaws no longer having or knowing their place in the world. It is kind of, it does have a deep melancholy running through it. I was thinking, if they remade this today, it would be some kind of immigration allegory, woke bullshit.
Yeah,
and I think it was interesting because you have this kind of disjointed, these are not likable fellows, but it can at least empathize with the fact that they are, they're now anachronisms, that they no longer fit in this time, but they're still going until they aren't.
It's like 1912.
My old dear walked out with this movie at the cinema.
I mean,
damn.
Yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah, this is not really what you'd call a chick flick, especially back in the 60s.
I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't remember any of it.
It's, as I said, I saw it a long time ago. All I remember is the ending, but I couldn't tell you what it was about, to tell you the truth.
They showed an edited version on television for the United States. It was 26 minutes long.
Yeah, as I say, it's pretty brief.
Yeah, and the airplane cut of it is actually 15 minutes long. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's the Wild Bunch, everybody.
What's the next?
I forgot to do Paint Your Wagon, so honourable mention to that. This is the
Italian Job. Such a good movie. Again, it's British stuff. It's kind of very steep.
I didn't mind the remake, but it's not as good as this one.
The remake sucked.
I don't think I've seen
it. Michael Caine couldn't drive at that moment in time because have you not noticed in the film? If you notice in the film, he doesn't drive at all in the film. So, but they were going to make a sequel to this, but it all fell through. They were planning to make a sequel. Yeah, I love the ending though.
I'm surprised even today how many movie stars don't drive and don't own a car, and it's really sort of I don't know. It's weird.
Do you know what? This movie is full of British silly humor. It really is. Do you remember that bit where he was introducing everybody at the table, and he says, "This is Camp Freddy." You'd never get away with that today. And that guy was dressed in pink.
Benny Hill was in it.
Benny Hill was in it as well. Yeah, it's very funny. Obviously, again, right. I don't know whether the Americans got the humor, but in England it was very much silliness. It really was. The bit where they were arguing, I don't want to go in the back, I feel sick. And he was like, "You shut up. You're gonna go at the back, you're gonna go at the front. Now get in there." As usual. Silly humor.
Well, that's again like something very much that Tarantino rips off in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
these movies used to be on all the time in the 70s at Christmas.
Yes.
They're never on anymore now.
What the hell is going on with your Christmases? All right, children, let's gather around the fire as we watch the Italian Job before.
It's true, though, isn't it? They always movies like this used to be like Boxing Day or stuff like that.
Yeah, or Bank Holiday Mondays they used to put it on. So. But it was, again, I love this movie. I remember seeing this. BFI had a pristine print on 35 millimeter, and they screened it. And I so happened to be there, and they screened it, and oh my god, it looked gorgeous. And the film just made me laugh from start to finish because it's just really silly movie. British humor. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fantastic car chase in this, but I can't help but think it's like, are you ready for your Christmas murder movie?
That's what happens to the naughty ones.
Yeah, you're supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
This is what happens to the naughty kids.
It's a very good movie. It really is. Especially Michael Caine. Michael Caine's so funny in this film. And he wasn't pretending to be funny either. Just the way he says his lines and stuff. So
it's just a classic movie.
Yeah.
It is.
So good. So worth a watch. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And also it was it who's that composer that used to work with Michael Jackson? Who did the music for this film? Quincy Jones. I think it was one of Quincy Jones, because they didn't want Quincy Jones, but Quincy Jones proved himself with this film. And also the song that they sang at the ending, it was all of them that sung it, including Michael Caine. Everybody kept thinking, they all sang it, all the cast sang it. Yeah. So there you go.
I forgot Quincy did the music for this.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, okay. Very good.
Check it. It's a great movie, folks.
Absolutely.
Who remembers this one?
Never seen this one.
It's Doppelganger.
This is Space 1999 -1. It has a lot of the same people from UFO that carried over. It was Jerry Sylvia Anderson. If you watch it, it's not thematically, it's different, but it really is sort of, this is the movie that led into the UFO show, which led into Space 1999.
Never seen it.
This is also Jerry Anderson doing his best Glenn A. Larson. What's hot right now? Okay, let me try and hop on that bandwagon. Let's go.
Got, Roy Fiennes in it from UFO and his missus.
I thought it was released in Europe as Doppelganger.
Yeah, it's Doppelganger or Journey to the Far Side of the Sun. Yeah. You should check it out, Ian. It's not a bad movie.
I should, yeah.
No, it definitely, it has a good story. It's cerebral, especially for back then. Yeah, man, it's a cool film.
Yeah,
it'll make you think.
It's got all the classic Jerry Anderson special effects as well, which is worth it.
There may not be strings in any scene.
What's his name? Who's the guy who did the effects?
Derek Meddins, probably.
Derek Meddins. Yeah, Derek Meddins. Yeah,
does all the buttons, all the square. Like, I just love the way he puts together a control panel.
Yeah, I think the common name for this is Doppelganger. Everybody.
Yeah, because there's a mirror Earth on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers! It's.
I mean, come on.
Very of its time.
It's right there on the damn poster.
Very of its time. It is a good movie, folks. It's a good movie.
Yeah, but this is also an example of like that there's starting to be some real separation in like the quality of effects between very high end stuff like 2001 and more of your B movie, and that really takes a jump in 77, which was another one of the reasons that they put off the Star Trek TV series, because they just saw state of the art jump way far
It's just
ahead.
The motion control stuff that took it up to the next level.
The repeatability.
But did you know, right, that when they did Moonraker, they couldn't afford the effects that Star Wars had and Star Trek had, and they did it all this way.
Yep.
So there you go. And they won an Oscar for it. I think they won. Did they win an Oscar? I can't remember. But it won loads of awards for the effects.
I mean, they should have won a Razzie.
And this movie actually touches on sort of politics in an authoritarian state, but it does it very subtly and light-handed. It's very deft. I think there's so much good to this movie. Definitely worth watching.
This is adult Jerry Anderson.
Yes.
Okay, Doppelganger, everybody. It's a good movie. I think this is the last one. True Grit.
Oh, you don't have Paint Your Wagon?
Yeah, I forgot, mate. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Man, I wish Waylon was on the panel. I think this is one of his favorites.
True Grit. I like this film.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, this one is for me. It's the lesser Rooster Cogburn movie. I think the second one is better.
The one directed by the brothers. That one, you mean?
No, not the remake.
No, there was a sequel.
Rooster Cogburn with Catherine Hepburn.
Yeah.
There you go. Waylon, yeah. True Grit is good. Rooster Cogburn is better.
Yep.
Huh?
I liked True Grit. I like both of them actually. I thought they were both.
This is another movie that's always on at Christmas or Bank Holiday on Channel 5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, True Grit was it. I think BBC One had the rights to it, and they would show it. I don't know every
other Christmas,
well, not at Christmas time. Sometimes at bank holiday and
during the week, during Christmas week or something.
Yeah.
Between Christmas and New Year's Eve. But yeah, great movie. John Wayne, fantastic.
I haven't seen
that she wielded her lawyer Daggett like a pistol or whatever. Everybody's terrified the way she talks about him.
What's that line he says? Sorry, go ahead.
I haven't seen Rooster Cogburn in a while. I'll have to check it out. But I know I like Kim Darby better than Catherine Hepburn. So,
yeah. Waylon. Oh, sorry, Waylon. Glenn Campbell can't act. Though.
No, he cannot.
He can't. No. What's that line he says? Feel your hand, you son of a bitch, when he's on the horse.
Yeah.
When he's going to take on those guys. Yeah.
Just puts the reins in his teeth and takes off shooting.
Yeah. It's quite good, actually.
And I thought the remake was pretty good, man. Like, Jeff Bridges looked amazing.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't understand what he was saying most of the time.
Yeah.
I think that's it, everybody.
Is that it? Bloody hell.
It is.
Just got started. That's it. What the hell?
Sorry, folks. I should have done the paint your wagon. 2 hours is nice and compact, though.
Great year for movies, man. Just.
Well, again, it is, and yet. It is the harbinger of what is to come, which is a whole lot of depression.
Yeah, but you can't blame that on this.
I can, because they're very much the beginning of it. Look at all the happy endings we see in these movies. Oh, that's right.
Okay, at the time, we had no idea. So
we should have known.
Well, cinema was just developing, wasn't it? Films were developing at that time, from the 60s straight onto the 70s, and then the 80s. It stabilized in the films that we got in the 80s, and then the 90s. And don't talk to me about the 2000s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, you have a big shift, because you had the Western had been ruling for so long, and then all of a sudden, oh God, what are we going to make? Well, we're going to make a really bloody Western, and then we're going to have another one with some really attractive guys. Okay, that'll work. But you have a drop, and then they start kind of flailing for what to look at, and then you combine it with the cultural mood of the 60s and late 60s into the 70s. This just kind of the harbinger. I mean, the biblical epics that we had before leading up to this gets replaced with the disaster movie in the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this was the end of the old Hollywood studio system, which was just replaced by the new Hollywood studio system.
New boss.
Same as the old boss.
Okay. That is it then, folks. Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, the new memberships. Appreciate that, boys and girls. So we will see you next time. Don't forget to do the interaction stuff, etc., etc. Leave a comment, all that malarkey. If you could do that, I would love you forever. So cheers, chats. Let me thank the guest, Emperor Goodwin.
Oh, it's great being here. I love just chewing the fat with you guys, and then covering these movies that really are like foundational to a lot of what we end up with in the good times, not this dog shit that we're dealing with right now.
I'm sure the kids nowadays will probably look back when.
But you try to tell them what it was like.
Ew. Miss Marvel. What an amazing film that was. Meggie itches in.
No worries.
Oh. Istaphobos. Cheers.
Cheers. And chat, make sure to get in a fight in the comments on Friday. So
yeah, argue about taking it up the Khyber.
Yeah, as I said, the chat fight the other week just absolutely sent the algorithm skyward. So arguing does work. So comments and stuff do work, folks. So that is it, folks. I think I'll be back tomorrow modding Open Bar, so I'll be around doing that. We're back at the weekend talking the Ents shites. Hopefully next Wednesday we'll be back on with Predator. Hopefully we will get to the chopper. So we will see you next time, folks. Probably going to be tomorrow or Sunday. So take care, everybody. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Timing.